Grab your glue gun and ribbon. It's time to create at the Home Decor Crafters Summit. Enjoy 35 inspiring workshops led by talented speakers. We have amazing giveaways that are happening now. Register today for your chance to win and get your free ticket today. And if you want to keep the workshops, upgrade to the VIP ticket for lifetime and instant access with exclusive bonuses. So grab your glue gun and let's stick together for some crafty fun at the Home Decor Crafters Summit. Hello, we are back again. I love that we're seeing back again in the comments. Thank you guys for coming back over and over again. We are down after this one. We have 3 more lives, so I hope you're not sick of us yet. Okay, I appreciate you all being here. Look at these lovely ladies joining us today. So yesterday I had my coffee, but today I didn't even get to that. Do you guys hope Miss Carrie has her coffee? We are just going to chat through. I have some really fun questions, some crafting questions for these ladies, but we also love your questions. So pop it in the chat. And then Erin, thank you, is in the back end helping us navigate all of this. And she's going to pop those questions on the screen when we have a break, and then we will answer them as we go. So if you want to ask anybody about a session, if you want to ask them just a general crafting question, technique that they have, go ahead and drop those in the chats. But for now, we are going to just do a quick introduction. If you haven't seen these speakers on their workshops yet, you might not know who they are. So let's just go around the circle. I'm going to start at the bottom. Ellie Mae, do you want to just tell them a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Ellie Mae with Silhouette Secrets, and you will also find me as Swift Creek Customs as well. I've started teaching silhouette users in 2016, and one thing leads to the other. And I now teach both silhouette and Caesar cutting machines, but mainly crafting with technology. So we do all kinds of different things, and I have lots of different hobbies.
As everybody in here, right? And Ellie Mae was in here yesterday with us when we did the digital crafting one. And if you saw those earrings behind her, she talks about those and a few other things. And yes, and the earrings she has on. So, okay, Pam, do you want to jump in and tell us about yourself?
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm excited to be here with you. I'm an artist. I love mixed media art and lettering, and I teach both of those in my Creative Heart Studio. I have some of my artwork licensed that you might find in Hobby Lobby and Kirkland's, and I'm excited to be here with y'all.
Thanks for joining us. Is that the flower sign that you did behind us? Is that hanging behind us? Behind you? Is it hanging on?
Yep.
So cute.
Yep.
Thank you. It's fun. And if you've done any of the workshops from any of these speakers or any of the workshops, make sure you post them in the Facebook group because I love to see what you guys are creating and sharing. Okay, Sarah, you're up.
Well, I'm sorely unprepared for an introduction, but I am Sarah. I'm sitting in my car because I have a day job and I don't want to be talking while I'm in the office. But you can find me at Sarah's Create Studio. Like Ellie Mae, I do silhouette and Caesar instructions. So that's where you find me.
Well, thank you for joining us and sneaking off while you're on the clock. Yeah. We appreciate that. All right, Miss Carrie, you're up.
Hey everyone, Miss Carrie from Miss Carrie's Creations. I am based out of Colorado. I do primarily paper crafts, but I also work in, I've taught cricket forever, and I'm getting into laser crafting, but I just enjoy teaching people how to use what they have.
Thank you. Awesome. And we just did a chat and she was sharing all of her Cricut tips here this morning. So if you're a Cricut user, you'll want to go check that one out too. Okay, Debbie, welcome back. I think you were on day 1 with our live sessions.
I'm Debbie with Driftwood and Shine. On Facebook, it's Driftwood and Shine with Debbie Sunshine because we've had our page. So many people have made fake pages. That's how you find it. But we're on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, all is Driftwood and Shine. And I love craft. We do all kind of craft at Driftwood and Shine.
Awesome. Thank you. And I see her project from our Home Decor Crafter Summit is behind her too. So I love seeing the finished projects up and on display, right? All right, Kelly.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kelly Rousseau. I'm from Cape Town in South Africa. I do mostly YouTube tutorials, so I've got hundreds of videos on YouTube. I did the welcome doormat sign, so this was my welcome doormat. It's not a sign. And yeah, I love helping people understand how to use their Cricut machines and understand how to do things. And I'm so excited to be here.
Sorry, I was grabbing a link and then it was playing in the background and I was like, wait a minute, where's my window? All right, I think after 7 lives, I would know what I'm doing over here. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun crafting questions to go through. But again, if you guys have anything, if you're jumping on, if you guys have anything that you want to ask, please drop them in the chat. And let me find my window. I have too many windows open now today. Okay, so
Kelly, it's good to see that you got your mat back from the cat.
For now, it's on the table, so he'll probably jump up here later and reclaim his spot, his throne.
Great. Yeah, you say that like it wasn't originally his anyway. Like everything is theirs, and we're just borrowing it as cat owners, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so the first question I want to ask you ladies is, what trend or technique in crafting are you most excited about now? And this doesn't have to be home decor. It doesn't have to do like if you craft what you're crafting for business, but what is kind of the thing that brings you joy right now? Let's go back the other way. Let's start with Kelly.
Oh, I was hoping that you weren't going to do that. I have been thinking about this and I have no idea, genuinely, because I'm not a trend person. I don't know. But I think if I had to think about it, okay, well, a trend that I don't really know if you can call this a trend. And Shelley, this is 100% your fault. That's Fred. Is these the erasable pens. So this is a pen where you can write something. Let me just show you quickly. And then you just literally, like there, you write something on it there. Oh, you can't even really see that properly. But then you just literally just erase it with the back of the pen. And it's probably a little bit more difficult for me to do this holding. But I mean, there, it's like almost gone. Almost gone. Like if it were on the table, it would look a lot better. But I have erasable pens. I have erasable highlighters. I know that's not technically what you were going for, but that's kind of my latest obsession.
They are. Absolutely. I think that totally is on trend. And I also have, this is one of my containers, and they're all the erasable pens. So there's some,
not these.
if you guys haven't tried them, and not like, I don't know, like 20 years, 30 years ago when I was in high school, you had an erasable pen, but if you erased it, everybody could see exactly what you wrote. These actually erase. So
yeah. They're
you just have to be careful, because if it's in a hot car, it'll erase whatever you didn't want erased.
just put it in the freezer and it comes back.
But that brings everything back, even the ones you wanted erased, right? So
that's true. Yeah. So we have that problem up here in the north where it's very, very cold and then gets very, very hot, right? Yes, the Frickson. They are awesome. Okay. So Debbie, do you have one? Like, what is your go-to craft right now?
I'm a lot like Kelly. I don't follow trends. That's one thing I think my people like, because when they pop over here ever. But as far as technique or thing that I'm just really, really excited about, it's the painting. Like, I love all things art. I'm just really taken with it. Matter of fact, I've started me a new YouTube page because I'm known as Mammy's Artistry. So I'm going to be over there doing lots of painting stuff. I'm really excited.
Awesome. I bet that goes well. I think it's very therapeutic. That's kind of one of my go-to is painting too. Okay, Miss Carrie.
What is your
I
trending craft right now?
I think I like that people are kind of combining skills together. Like for example, like I've done embroidery for years and I've done paper crafting for years, and people are kind of combining those two, doing embroidery on their paper crafts, doing macrame on their cards, doing, painting on their, it's kind of, I'm liking that people are starting to combine. It's no longer just a singular, you just have one craft you're doing. So I do like that.
I like that too. And I think it lets us use up more of our supplies that way too.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah.
So for me right now, I have a DTF printer, and so I've been doing a lot of DTF prints. I have 3 kids in hockey, so I do goodie bags for teams. I do sweatshirts. I did pajamas with DTF prints. So that's where my mindset is, right? I'm like in the middle of hockey season, so like my life revolves around the hockey rink and the hockey teams. So
That's fun. And I bet they are loving all of that personalized gear.
They do. We have a tournament in Hudson coming up over Valentine's Day weekend, and so for the whole team, I'm making pajama pants and swag bags and blankets, all personalized with each person in the team. So
that's fun. I love that. That's why we do this, right? So we can bring that all back. Okay, Pam.
Sorry, had to find the unmute. I like what everybody else has said so far, and I have a big bucket of the friction pins. And one thing, though, that immediately came to my mind is the lettering, because when I first started painting and selling my artwork, I added lettering to my art, and it wasn't really common. But now lettering is very popular, and I'm in agreement with Carrie as far as combining different types of techniques or types of crafts into one. I love that. I think it helps us personalize our own work with our personality. So I love that's become so popular right now.
I love it. And actually tomorrow at 11 a.m., we're also doing another hand lettering live, and that one's all about hand lettering. So
okay, good.
That'll give them time to finish up their picture that they did with you, or maybe their paint and pour with Deb, and then they'll dry. We can put some hand lettering on it tomorrow. Okay, Ellie Mae, how about you?
Like others, I'm not really a trendy person. I usually pick up a trend probably like a year after it's gone viral or whatever. And then I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should try this. I do a lot of combining things with the different machines. I do Pinterest a lot just to get inspiration and ideas, but I'm really now into beading jewelry and making bracelets, but I also combine that into using Silhouette Studio to design a button for the bracelet that I'm going to be making. And then I cut it on the Glowforge and engrave it on the Glowforge. Another one that I'm taking a class this week on watercolor painting, which I am not good at painting whatsoever. I actually hate waiting for paint to dry or even watercolors to dry. But I can combine that with my machines and have my machine draw a design for me and then paint it with watercolors. So I do a lot of combinations of stuff like they've talked about.
That's fun. I thought maybe you were going to say something about beading. Are you beading too?
Yes. Yes. If you didn't catch the live yesterday, a year ago, I did not do jewelry. I did not make jewelry. And then I bought a book. And then I went to Erin Reed Makes Retreat, and I was hooked. And now I am like a beadaholic. I am teaching a class coming up on organizing beading supplies. I'm possibly teaching next year on a cruise for beading. It's just been one of those things that's just kind of, I really enjoy it. It's what I relax with, and it gets me off social media is the main thing. And it's not hard at all. If you can count to 10, you can bead.
I love it. I might have to check that out. I always say that I'm not going to watch anything where people are knitting or crocheting, because that's one hobby I don't do, and I don't have room for anymore. But okay, so I I'm going to jump in with mine too. So I say right now mine is quilting. And when I can, I sneak up there and I'm trying to do just like quilting for Shelly, not quilting to put on the blog. But I do, of course, have to share them. So I usually share them in my stories and stuff like that. But I've started to put a couple of sewing things over on the blog as well. Okay, so let's move on to my second question, unless we have any questions, Erin, that we need to pop up. Okay, so the second one we do also, where do you purchase most of your supplies? Dollar Tree?
Well, that's a loaded question. I guess it depends on what supplies, right? Like,
Yeah.
what type of supplies are you looking for? So,
yeah. Does anybody have a, like an example of something that would maybe be different than just your average craft? Do you have a website you'd like to go to?
I think that's hard because a lot of sites have closed down, or a lot of the craft stores are, closing down. So it's really just where I can find it at the time. Darice used to be a really big brand, and I see things pinned on Pinterest, and I try to find that blank, and they're no longer. So, I think with all the times, there's a lot of things that are changing, and so it's difficult to. The best thing you can probably do is follow everybody that you're interested in on their blog and website, and they keep links to the products that they have used. And so that's probably where the best place to find the supplies is, or the supply list for the workshops.
Yes, and we do have a website if you're a registered attendee. If you go to the top menu bar on wherever you're watching the lives from, there is a link to the supply list page. It has every speaker and then their supply list that came with it. Okay, so our second question is, how do you find inspiration for your new crafts? And I feel like when my creative juices are a little bit stagnant or slow, I like to go walk around like Home Goods or Hobby Lobby or TJ Maxx and then get inspiration from colors and ideas. But if it's really, really cold out, like in the middle of winter, and I don't want to leave the house, then my go-to obviously would be Pinterest. But I would love to hear, for you ladies, where do you go, or how do you find your inspiration when you're feeling like you need to come up with a new project? Okay, Sarah, I'm going to start with you this time.
I would definitely agree with Pinterest. I mean, between me and Ellie sending each other stuff constantly all day long, we have plenty of inspiration. But right, like I said before, I'm all about hockey season right now, and so all of my inspiration right now is all based on our hockey association. I mean, I literally spend 2 to 3 hours at the rink every day of the week. So there's 2 teams, there's 2-hour practices every day plus dress time. So that's where a lot of my stuff comes from. We go to tournaments and I can see what other teams are doing, and things like that. So during hockey season, that's where my primary focus is. But a lot of the time it's Pinterest when I'm doing other things.
Awesome. Okay, Pam, how about you? Where do you find your inspiration?
Hey, it depends. I've noticed that if I'm in kind of like a rut and I'll walk around Target, I love for colors to be organized. A fabric store does that also, but something about seeing colors, whether it's in clothing or fabric or anything, it kind of gets my creative juices going. A lot of times it's listening to music, or I'm faith-based artist, so I'll listen to a sermon or a Bible study or something like that and think, oh, I want to include that in my design. So, and Joanna Gaines, her magazine to me just does something to me as far as spurring creative juices going.
I love it. I would have to agree. I just power watched all of her episodes again on Fixer Upper. I would say like November.
Special. She's really special. Something special about her.
Very cute. And every once in a while I just pick up her magazine. I just love print. And sometimes I just need to get off my computer and get off my screens, and lets me do something creative that way. Okay, how about you, Ellie Mae?
like I said before, I'm a big Pinterest person. I'll sit in front, it drives my husband nuts, but I'll sit in front of the TV every night and just with my iPad, I'm just constantly pinning different ideas. And I have that hundreds and thousands of different boards that I save things to. I combine ideas with those, but also I know Ann Butler with Bella Crafts Publishing is on here. She has a craft magazine that's a free publication. And then she also has ebooks on there. And so that's how I got into beading. Was I purchased the Jewel Loom Inspirations beading book, and I was drooling over all of these projects, and I had no intention of making anything. I loved the bracelet, but I'm not a chunky bracelet person that I wear them. Now I am, because I make them all, but I just really loved it. And then when I went to the Erin Reed Makes retreat, I made it, and then the rest is history. And so it's just, I pick it up. Again, I like print and paper too, but even with just the ebook, I can just scroll through that and see. But the classes, like I said, I'm taking a watercolor class from another artist that I met last year at Creativation. And it's completely outside of my wheelhouse, but it's helping me to let go of my perfectionism or drawing straight lines or painting within lines. With watercolor, you don't have a lot of control all the time, especially when you're beginning like me. And so it's just helping me. And it's not something that's business related. Although, Shelley, I have to say, when you get interested in something, it's really hard not to share on your business page when you're doing that, especially if you can combine the things. So I have a really hard time separating what I enjoy and do for fun from what I do for business. So
they all just kind of mesh together after a while.
They do. Yeah.
All right. Miss Carrie, where do you find fill your creative cup?
A cup of coffee. No.
Right? Exactly. There's inspiration in everyone.
This is going to sound really odd, but in flower gardens and fireplaces, and I know that sounds like the weirdest thing, but if you look at like professional flower garden photos, they are great color palettes. And I love working with paper flowers anyway. So, that kind of gives me an idea of different textures and shapes. And then fireplace mantles, like if you look at professionally designed ones that have like a picture and a flower and, frames and different things, I get a lot of inspiration for my scrapbook pages from fireplace mantles. And I know that sounds really weird, but everything just sits across in that nice little line, and everything's got visual triangles because you've had this professional designer put it together. And so that's kind of where I get some of my thought process when I go to put something together.
That is a really creative way to come up with ideas. So I love it. Let me see. I think we've got reorganized. Debbie, there we go. Like, where's my head at? So where do you find your inspiration, Debbie?
Well, I have one of those crazy crafter minds that is going 90 miles an hour all the time. And most of my inspiration comes from stuff I'd want at my house. And the hardest time I have with that is to keep from doing all of it, the way it goes with my color scheme. But I also have inspiration from church, like we do shirts. My shirt says, I serve the God that stepped out on nothing to create everything, and he takes the time to know me. So we do a lot of our shirts based on, stuff that we've gotten from church or from the Bible or whatever. But as far as my crafting, it's mostly just crazy cuckoo stuff that I have to see if I can actually make it work.
I love it. That's so funny. And your shirt is very cute. I love that saying.
Thank
you. Okay. Is that Fred Kelly or?
It is. Yeah, he just ran in the room and he was like, yelling at me, and he wants a cuddle. So this is cuddle time.
Okay, is that where you find your inspiration, is right there in your cuddle time?
This is where I find my frustration because he like yells at me all day whenever he wants breakfast, whenever he wants lunch. So, but I mostly find my inspiration. I actually watch a lot of YouTube videos. from like vlog type videos, from other creators, from other crafting creators, through other niches as well, like through painting, through crochet and things like that. And I very often look at what they're doing and what they're using. And through what they're creating, that's kind of when I get, ooh, I could do that. Or, ooh, if I had to, take the idea that they've used and translate it onto a video. Like I've got, and then I open up my Notion board and I add it to Notion, and then I kind of like just, type out any thoughts that I might have on there. So I've got 47 different video topic ideas or craft topic ideas that I have that I want to explore. And sometimes it's just, there's so many. Yes, I crochet as well, Heidi. I've just recently started doing it. Not all that good, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I do it for myself. So, like Shelley said, it's nice to sometimes just have something for yourself that's, not monetized. I have shared some of it somewhere in different places, but yeah, it's a lot of, I think I've taken all of the stuff out of the room now and put it somewhere else. So I would have had, oh no, I do actually have a little ghost right here.
Oh, cute.
There we go. Eventually it'll focus. Yeah, that's just a little ghost that I made a while back, just for funsies.
Adorable. I love how snuggly your little guy is. Okay.
Oh, he's so
Yeah.
so snuggly.
Can you read your shirt one more time for us, Debbie? Oh, I think you're on mute.
Sorry. I serve the God that stepped out on nothing to make everything, and he takes the time to know me.
Very cute. Thank you. Somebody says Fred and a ghost. Everybody knows her cat's name, right?
Yep. He appears everywhere.
Very cute. Okay, do we have any questions, Erin? Otherwise, I have a new. Okay. What is the one craft you like to do the most? It's like picking your favorite child. Okay, anybody want to jump in?
So I'll go first. So I like to do an art journal just because I don't have to think about it. I can just do whatever feels right on the page, and I don't necessarily need to share it with anybody. So if it doesn't look good, it doesn't matter.
Love it.
Right?
Yeah, that's good. All right, who else wants to jump in? Debbie?
I like anything with crackle or distressed painting.
Oh, yes. That is very popular. And it's a good way to repurpose a lot of things.
Yeah.
Pam, how about you?
Mine would be painting, whether it's acrylic paint or watercolor. I love it both. So, and on any surface, it doesn't matter. I've painted the floor, walls, cabinets, counters, fabric, anything.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I would love to see the fabric. I'm gonna have to come creep on your website. Ellie Mae.
I really have everything going on all at once. I have project piles all over the place. A lot of times I'll get involved with something and I'll get it finished, but then I just don't share it. I have tons of video footage or something, but it's just, usually it involves a cutting machine of some kind, whether that's the Silhouette or the Caesar cutting machines. I also just enjoy designing different things, but designing takes time. So it's just a matter of what I have going on at the moment. So, but pretty much everything, as you can kind of see in my background, I do a lot.
Everything, everywhere. Yes.
You should see the size of her to-do list. She tried to print it once. It's like 47 pages long.
Well, I love that you took the time to put together the to-do list. I usually get everything.
It's kind of a running llist. Like it's just in my phone, and anytime I think of something, because if I don't write it down, it's gone. Mm-hmm. And so last year I decided I should print this out. So because I'm really a paper and pen person, and that's how I remember things. And yeah, it didn't get printed because there was just too much.
Might be time to weed through it a little. Huh?
Yes.
Okay, how about you, Kelly? I don't think we hit you yet.
Not yet. For me, it's difficult because it's kind of a toss up between print and cut with, you know, Cricut Crafts and cardstock crafting. Those are my two absolute favorites. And yeah, like I said, it is like trying to pick your favorite child, especially between those two. I enjoy vinyl, I enjoy HTV, but between print and cut, print and cut makes my life so much easier. I showed in the first session that I make like little labels and things like that for my journal. So I can just quickly, I've just whipped these up this afternoon, and it was super quick to just, you know, whip out my own personalized labels. And then Cricut cardstock crafting, there's just so much that you can do with it. You can create, there's this little fox here, there's a heart that I did there, there's an owl in the corner, like the boxes, gift boxes. I did a shadow box here. There's so much that you can do with those two things. I won't be able to choose realistically between the two.
Okay, but I do think your next project maybe needs to be like a little cat, like your fox and your owl. I think you need, or your unicorn. You need a little paper cat in your office.
Yeah, I can do it like the fox, but just in Fred's colors, and
Oh, there
give
you
him
go.
like slightly red paws and a red nose, and
Would kind of fit. Yes, would definitely look like him.
Yeah.
Ellie Mae, somebody is asking if you have a tutorial for your turtle that's on your shelf back there.
I was just trying to drop the links in there.
Okay.
I'll add the links into the chat, but I would use Oracal 651. I use 631 and I lost a few pieces, but this is just vinyl that's cut. You could use any cutting machine. That sign there is 24 inches wide, so it really just depends, but you could cut it on a 12-inch machine if you really wanted to. I'll drop the link for the turtle design. I did not create that myself. I'm not that good. So, but I love turtles. And so, yeah, it was a recent project I did with the Caesar Romeo, but you could use any 12-inch cutting machine to do it.
Very cute. I love it too. Oh, yep, you've got a couple comments already for it. Perfect. Okay, so one more question I'm going to throw at you guys. And that is there a new crafting thing that you want to try but haven't? So we talked about a couple other things. So is there something that you would like to try? Or do you feel like you're doing them all already? Does anybody have one they want to jump in? Go ahead, Pam.
I do. I want to learn pottery. I love pottery, and when I go to art show, I always gravitate toward the booths, and I love to collect mugs, pottery mugs. So I would love to learn pottery. I just have not taken the time to do it.
Oh, I think that would be fun. Like with the wheel, learn how to throw on the wheel.
Yep.
That would be
Yep,
so
that's a
awesome.
good one.
I'm with you on that one. Debbie, how about you?
I would love to get better at lettering. I'm already trying to get in there, but I'd love to get better at lettering. I love that. Love it. I love watching it. It's so soothing. And yeah, that's what I like.
It is, yes. And I think it's fun even just to doodle off the side. Like maybe you're not making a sign, but sometimes when you're just watching TV, and it just kind of keeps that creative brain going, but it doesn't have to be anything specific. Does anybody have another one?
I'm taking a watercolor class this week, so that's really new for me.
That will be fun.
Yeah, it was an artist, and I just decided I was going to join in, and no experience with it whatsoever. And so I'm just having some fun with that and seeing where it goes.
That will be fun. I can't wait to see all the new supplies you buy.
For me, it's I really want to try like laser, like things with a laser, because you can cut so many different things, and you can like do engraving and all of that kind of stuff. And also, hi mom. My mom joined the chat earlier. So I just wanted to say hi mom. And Fred says hi as well, mom. But yeah, so playing with a laser, but it's just they're just so expensive, and I just don't have the space. So it's a pipe dream for now.
Maybe someday. That's funny. Yes,
Maybe
we got
someday.
a couple of them that they agree with you in the chat too. I just love how snuggly he is. He makes me want to come over and do the chat.
You're welcome to.
And I just love his little paw wrapped around you. So cute. Your mom says hi back. All right. So I would love to hear, and I'm sure everybody else would too, like what else do you guys have going on? Where else can they connect with you? Where else can they follow you? Sarah, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I want to go first because I have to get back into my job.
To go back and work.
Go back to work. They just pulled up another fire truck. So you can find right now I'm prepping to go to Creativation, which is in April. And then I am going to be teaching a class at the next, I don't even remember what it is now. It's an organization one. Ellie's teaching at it too, so she can fill you in on those details because I don't remember because I'm at work and I don't have anything with me because I'm not prepared. But you can find me at Sarah's Create Studio everywhere. So
awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. And I think
thank you.
That is with the crafting camps, and Angie was on the
Yes.
live before this. So yeah.
And
the live before this, she even has a wait list for the event. Okay. Pam, what do you have going on?
Okay, have a few things. We are about to, we've got our creative membership open now, and I've been working on our projects for that. This is a love letter box with mixed media, and then we're going to be lettering cards to put on the inside with verses about love. And then I've got a big painting somewhere. Oh, this is the big version of what we're going to be doing this month in February. I just did my first coloring book. It's a mixed media coloring book. So I have a lot of creative stuff going on. And then I also sell prints and note cards with my artwork. So if you want to just purchase artwork, I have that also on my website.
Yes, she has so many fun little, I don't know, like gift things and everything. So a calendar. Do you still have your calendars? Or are they?
Yes, I forgot about that. Yep. Calendar and planner.
Lots of fun things. If you guys have not checked them out yet, go check them out. And we dropped the link. So as the speakers are talking, as they are talking about stuff, we have some links that we're going to drop. So you can connect with them or go to the Meet the Speaker page with the Home Decor Summit. Okay, Debbie, what do you have?
Well, I've started my new painting page on YouTube. I just created it yesterday, so nothing's been added there yet. But then we also have a faith-based crafting retreat coming up at the end of September. Tickets are going to go on sale for those in hopefully the next week. And then we have our t-shirts. We call them testimony tees that are on our website, and you can find us. YouTube has taken a different turn. I've been doing cooking, crafting, and devotions over there, but God's leading me in a different direction, and now I'm calling it Driftwood and Shine Life Talk. So it'll start hopefully tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it.
That's fun. I love it. And I love the name of your t-shirts. That's so cute. Okay, Carrie, I think I missed you. Did you go? No, you haven't gone yet.
No, sorry, my cold medicine's wearing off, so I'm trying not to die.
Well, thank you for not dying on our live. Maybe get some views.
Sorry. Let's see. Things coming up. I'm starting a new round of 5-minute Cricut classes. I haven't made those for almost a year now, and Cricut Design Space has done a ton of updates. So I'm going to do another round of 5-minute Cricut classes. Those are over on my YouTube channel. And then I'm an instructor for scrapbook.com's SBC Fest on March 14th. It's a free event you can attend on their YouTube channel.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Kelly.
Yes. So, apart from being in the awesome Home Decor Summit, I also have a as part of that, I'm offering a 25% off sale on everything, or the individual workbooks that I've created. So my favorite one that I was talking about earlier was my organization system. So if you want to organize your printable materials, and it helps you, get the right test cut, and it has tabbing system, and it's a really, really robust system. So people who are part of the VIP get 50% off with the code in the VIP section. And then you can use code Home Decor to get 25% off as well. It's such a useful system. And it helps you like write down keep track of all your cut settings. So if you forget what cut setting you've used for like your glossy vinyl versus your matte vinyl versus, you know, whether you had what was that cold laminate on it, that you can have a little section to write down your cut settings there. It's really helped me like not mess up my cut settings, because that's the thing that I always forget. I never remember my cut settings.
Right. I think I'm going to, but I never do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I think we got everybody, right?
No, I'm still in here.
Okay, here you are. Thank you.
Mainly this year, I'm really trying to focus on my newsletter. It was highly requested, and everybody in this business industry tells us the newsletter is where you need to be. So I do a weekly newsletter that I usually am writing the night before, because it's really, I want it to come from me, and I want it to be with relevant information that has been presented that week. So that's where you can find usually where everything I'm going to have coming up, such as the organization event that's coming up in the next couple months, where I'll be sharing how to bead storage and my new hobby. And then I also do silhouette classes, and I have several new classes that will be coming up in, let's see, right now they're on the schedule for March, but I do a free file each month that I am collaborating with a designer. And so if you join the newsletter, you get that free file. And then every week I share a new project with that. And so I'll give tips with that. It's usually silhouette focused, but most of the times you can take the steps and use that for any cutting machine. So the newsletter, which is in the class information, and I think the link was dropped there. The newsletter is where you can really find what's going on with me. But like everybody else, there's a lot of different events going on, and they get announced at different times. So that's probably the best place.
Awesome.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Sweet. Well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate all you guys being here at the Fred show. He's gotten more comments than I think everybody combined.
So true.
They do steal the show, right? If you are here from the Home Decor Crafter Summit, I just want to remind everybody that today is day 3, so we have one more set of videos coming out. But if you haven't gotten to everything, or you feel like there's some sessions you want to rewatch, I always feel like I learn better when I don't have that timer over me, even though I don't know, that's just how my brain works. So with that in mind, we have a VIP ticket where you get access to all the replays, all 35 of them. And then there's also this huge bonus pack. It's all digital items that you can use for crafting. So there's ebooks, master classes, additional trainings, additional workshops, lots of fun stuff in there. And there's no pressure to rewatch the 35 sessions with the VIP ticket, because you have lifetime access. So if you have not grabbed that yet, or if you're just jumping into this and you just are hearing about the Home Decor Crafter Summit now, you can grab the VIP ticket to get access to all the sessions that have already expired. But we have a new set coming out tomorrow at 10 a.m. So you can go back to your main hub page, your main page, and find that link, or we'll be emailing it we'll be sending it to you via email as well. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you taking time out and pouring your love into all these workshops. They're so fun. I can't wait to go through a few of them as Shelly the crafter and not Shelly the host, and then actually get to play. But I think all I'm doing right now is just ordering some supplies as I'm going through every day. My cart in Amazon might be kind of high on come Friday, but that's okay, right? All right.
Totally. Absolutely. No judgment here. This is a judgment. We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah. And then send me a list so that I can go buy them too, right?
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
Sweet. All right. Thanks, ladies. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah,
Thank
you, everybody, for joining us on chat as well. Bye.
Bye.